You can see my African tea is boiling. Hello good people, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to share with you how I manage my breakfast expenses, and I'm going to first of all make breakfast with you. I'm just going to make a simple African tea. So the first thing to make my African tea, I add water. So I'm just going to add water, and how I like my tea is for every 1 cup of water, another cup of milk. I like my milk thick. Yes, so I'm just going to make tea for one, and I don't like tea masala, so the option I use is ginger. So I have my African tea here, and then I'm going to add some ginger. That's my simple tea recipe. So as we cook the tea, I'm going to tell you how I contain my budget. So that's my tea. On a normal day, I don't take tea in the house, I take in the office. So there's no tea cost in the morning. The next thing I do, I prefer having arrowroots or sweet potatoes for breakfast. So I have this container. I boil my arrowroots over the weekend when I'm doing my reset, or my sweet potatoes, and I package them here, and they're going to last me for a week. The chicken has decided we are going to shoot together. It's okay. Yeah, so I ensure that I have breakfast for a week. Two things happen. I save the cost because I'm only cooking once, and number two, I manage to have healthy breakfast because if I just make sweet potatoes or arrowroots, I am good to go for the week, and I reduce my wheat intake. I am sure for all of us women, our greatest denial is that sometimes our tummy refuses to go back to being flat. So that is why we have to also try and contain the diet. So that's for breakfast. Sometimes when I want to skip a meal, I can also decide to skip breakfast. Although they say it's the most important meal of the day, sometimes I feel like I can eat way later. I take a snack at around 12, and then I have a meal at 4. That helps me reduce my food intake. So our African tea is getting somewhere. Let's see. So you can see is about to boil. What I do, I allow it to boil for a few minutes, like until the tea leaves and the water get together. So you can see our mixture has already boiled, so we're going to add milk. For purposes of adding my milk, I don't, the rating I use is 50-50, but most of the time I eyeball. Yeah, and of course my all-time favorite milk is Tuzo. If you also love Tuzo, please give this video a like. Yeah, so basically one of the costs that I'm able to save well is breakfast, because I just need the escort, the tea is available. The other thing is, now that batch cooking, I cook breakfast for the week. It's healthy and it's efficient because we just pick every morning. How else? The other thing is just buying breakfast which is affordable. You can buy from cheaper places if you have to, than going to some of the places that they sell expensively. Yeah, so I guess those are the ways I use to save on my breakfast. So what are my breakfast options? Basically my breakfast options are sweet potatoes, arrowroots, bread, sometimes cake. but mainly sweet potatoes and arrowroots for obvious reasons. And yeah, I buy in bulk and cook for the week to reduce the timing. I don't have the time to make breakfast all the time. As we wait for the tea to get ready, we'll be preparing our cup. I take 1 tablespoon of sugar, and that is depending on the mood. When the mood asks for more, I will have more, but I prefer to take sugarless tea, but that has not been happening lately. Yeah, so we give the tea some time. You can see it's boiling. Yeah, should be ready in a few. While that is happening, we can start getting our breakfast ready. This is what we have, meaning we'll need to restock. You can see my African tea is boiling, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower the heat. You see, when I lower the heat, it goes down. Then I give it a few more minutes to boil, so that once it boils, I am very sure it's fully cooked. You can see it's boiling, but it's not coming up. Yeah, so you allow it to boil for a few minutes before you increase the heat, because once I increase the heat, let me show you. Now I've increased the heat. You can see it's already getting ready to come up. Yeah, and of course, as we wait for this tea, please subscribe if you haven't, like this video and share. Yeah, you see it's come up, so we reduce the heat again. It goes down, and then we allow it to boil for a few minutes. So for me, after 2 boils, I consider it ready. So we can now go back to our escort. So we're going to have this arrowroots. So we're going to have arrowroots, and I think I'm going to finish this, although it seems a lot. Oh my god, seems a lot. I'll see what I can eat, but I don't eat supper most of the time, so that's why in the morning I take a heavy breakfast, and when I eat supper, then I eat a lighter breakfast. So I will warm this on the microwave. You can see as the tea comes up. Yeah, so for me, once it boils the second time, I consider it ready. So leave a comment down below with how you save on your breakfast, because for me this is magical. Yes, so now I'll turn off the heat. Yeah, so those are basically some of the ways I try to contain my breakfast budget, and to be honest, it's reasonable, because if I buy like arrowroots which serve me for a whole week for like 300, that's reasonable, or maybe 400 depending on the number of people in the house, or taking the arrowroots, yeah, or the sweet potatoes. Yes, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on the next one. Bye.